So now we're going to talk about supply. And this is probably one of the only times you're going to see demand and supply on a different graph. So for the most part, we're going to put them together, but right now, while we're defining them and just kind of exploring what they are, we're going to separate them, okay? But after this, we're going to always have them on the same graph because economics is about, the interrelation of these two sides of a transaction, right? So when we're talking about supply, right, we can think about this as we're talking about being a producer. We're talking about being a producer. And so now we have to shift our perspective to something that we probably aren't familiar with, right? Maybe we ran a lemonade stand or something like that at some point, but, few of us have run businesses, right? So actually, let's take that lemonade stand as an example. So part of building the supply that we have to keep in mind is that we are assuming that the only thing changing is price. So if we're talking about lemonade, right, we're assuming that the price of sugar doesn't change. We're assuming that the price of lemons doesn't change. And then we're assuming that the price of cups also doesn't change. So that's an important part of the logical flow that we're going to go through here. So we're selling lemonade, and when the price of lemonade, so when kind of the market price of lemonade is, let's say 50 cents, then again, I've got to label this. We've got price on the y-axis. We've got quantity on the x-axis. And really, we need to know the time period as well. We're going to talk about a week. So 50 cents, running my lemonade stand over a week. Maybe I sell, 100 cups of lemonade. So if the price of sugar doesn't change, the price of lemons doesn't change, and the price of cups doesn't change, but the price of lemonade, for whatever reason, increases to $1, what's going to happen to my quantity? Is my quantity going to be greater or less? So let's think about it. If the price of my final good increases, right, when we talk about profit, we're talking about my price of my final good minus my costs. So if this thing is increasing, if the price is increasing, that means my profit is increasing. This is my profit per lemonade, per unit, is increasing. So anytime your profit's increasing, what are you going to do? You're going to increase the amount that you're producing. So an increase in the price incentivizes producers to produce more because they're making more profit on every given cup of lemonade. So they're going to set up earlier. They're going to stay later, right? They're going to, increase the amount of time they spend running the lemonade stand to capitalize on this profit opportunity. And then similarly, if the price fell to 25 cents, maybe you would cut back and only, go for an hour during rush hour or something like that, right? When everybody's going up and down Main Street and you sell, 50 cups. And so we connect to these points in order to get our supply curve. And so we have this law of supply that higher prices lead to higher quantities supplied. So an increase in the price is going to lead to an increase in the quantity supplied. And each one of these things here, these quantities, are going to be quantity supplied. Questions on supply?